Well, hello there.
Hello there and welcome to NickeRMel's December update. As I said in the November update, I was sort of kind of planning to make this a monthly thing and see where it goes, just to kind of keep you guys in the loop of what we're doing and
future projects, how we're coming along with current ones.
Yeah, and that is essentially the plan now. Like, so where to begin? Obviously, we're still working on Infiltration. We should be coming out soon. I might have to cut a few certain cameos that I was hoping to. They'll still be in it, but it'll be archive footage rather than them live. Yeah, rather than them coming back in. But that is just unfortunate circumstances of them not being available and us wanting the project to be released sooner rather than later.
Also, we've had a little hold up with building work in the house.
Obviously, another thing that's been affecting us is we've all been ill again.
Yes.
But I've had a bit of a chest infection. I've been off work sick actually.
A week.
Yeah. Almost a week. Yeah. But so if you do hear me coughing, that's just, you know, part of the way of life at the moment.
Yeah, the general trend.
Yes, but we just
family illness.
Yes. So we just wanted to give you a general update of what's going on. So we're still working on Infiltration. Hopefully that will be released soon. I wanted to apologise for accidentally letting the introduction to Infiltration release early. I didn't mean for that to happen. I set a date for it because we filmed that ages ago.
Yeah.
I uploaded it and set a date for it, expecting it to always be pushed back until Infiltration was ready. And then I kind of forgot about it, and it premiered. So sorry for those watching the introduction of Infiltration and going, "Oh shit, where's Infiltration?" It is coming. It's on its way. I've just got to chop a few bits, put a bit of music to it, and then it's done. Then we've got The Businessman shortly following that. That has literally just got a few fine-tune edits. Obviously, we've got the fantastic music by Holland, who I can't say anything better than his music. I think what I'll do is, after the film is out, I will release the scenes that the music is with the scene, but the audio of the scene dubbed out, so you can just hear the music, listen to the music of where the scene goes
and how it fits.
Yeah, because his music is so good, and we're getting blinded out by the bloody light of the screen. But anyway, this is why we're doing NickeRMel updates. We're just keeping you up to date. So, right, Infiltration coming soon, before the end of the year. Businessman coming out before the end of the year. Object Legacy, we're still fiddling about with. We may do
tinkering.
We may do reshoots of it, but there's certain scenes that we were going to film for Object Legacy that may get cut, but put into our next short film. Which, let's say, because you may have seen a load of videos of ours get scheduled up on YouTube, our next short film will be called Final Report. It's not the full title, and obviously the working title is The List, or 10 Years Later. It's had a couple of working titles. But this is our little swan song film. I call it kind of like the epilogue to the shape. This is the ending of our Shape of Things to Come trilogy. Mm-hmm. So if you say you've got the Shape of Things to Come as the middle, you've got Infiltration as the beginning. Sorry, I'm trying to look where my hands are, and then you've got Final Report at the end. So they kind of act as like a locked bridge that's set after all the rest of the films, after the West Sussex incident, shall we say?
Yeah.
So that is our next plan. So Final Report, we're going to shoot a teaser for it, but we're not planning to go into production of that
just yet,
till at least next year.
Too much to catch up with first.
So our main priorities at the moment are The Businessman and Infiltration. On a side note, the Doctor Who reviews are coming again. We were going to film them, but we've all been feeling really under the weather. Just general feedback, we liked them. We did have problems with certain things. We won't get into that because obviously that'll spoil the review process. And hopefully we'll have Mother back for some of them, because obviously now with the building work done, we've got running water.
And we've
shockingly
got more room.
Yeah, we've got more room. We've got running water now. We've got lights where we didn't have before. The house is starting to get into a place where we are almost
comfortable.
more comfortable. We can work around stuff now, which is good, and it's building up our morale a bit now with things, you know, happening outside of the housework. But anyway, I've talked too much crap. Let's move on to you.
Yes.
So a couple of months ago, I appointed you essentially CEO of Reed Productions.
Reed Productions, yes.
So, do you want me to explain what Reed Productions is, or do you want to explain what Reed Productions is?
Reed Productions is going back to the original idea of the company, which NickeRMel used to be. I have some very good sketches in mind, which are coming along, but I don't want to give the game away or give you any hints as to what they might be. I'm looking to do another family-based comedy movie of sorts.
Yes. So obviously with Reed Productions, it is essentially what
NickeRMel used to be.
What NickeRMel started off with was a family company, and when we started to expand, when we started to have Elliott and Harvey with us and NickeRMel Inc., we started to get bigger. So I created Reed Productions, so we still had that
little
subsection,
original part.
That was our original family goal. So obviously we've got.
I'll also be taking more of a guide to in the way that Doctor Who's running too.
Because Doctor Who at the time never really had a production company behind it, even though ironically it's probably one of the biggest projects we've done. But it's never really been slotted in anywhere. It's kind of jumped between all three production companies that we had. Obviously NickeRMel Inc.'s gone now, but yeah, we've had hands in everywhere. Obviously, the original concept for the teenager was you, me, and Laurence that came up with that.
Yeah.
It started off as a joke, and it just ended up coming as
more serious.
Yeah, just becoming more serious. But no, literally, it started off with a
comedy.
No, not even that.
Yeah.
Just you, me, and Laurence drunk one night and just joking about what if the Doctor turned into a teenager.
And how would that be? Yeah.
So that's one thing that Reed Productions is now going to be putting a little bit more of a hand in, because it started off as a family project. I don't know if it's going to stay 100% Reed Productions, if Project Sunshine's going to put some money into it, because obviously it's going to get a bit bigger.
Yeah, and then of course we've got the comedy movie.
Yes, the comedy movie, which has been in production almost 20 years now, which is a bit depressing. But the funny thing is, there's so many things that
it's changed so many times.
It's changed so many times, and it's quite funny, and it's almost ironically quite easy to film, aside from the odd scene or two.
Yeah.
It's just we never seem to get time to get it done. There's always something else that seems to prioritise, like the anthology films and object films, for those that don't know the new title of the franchise. And yeah, that it just always gets pushed to the bottom of the list. So with it moving fully to Reed Productions and you taking over,
I can give it some more impetus.
Yeah, you can
put some more input into where it's going, and maybe put more effort into prioritising.
Exactly. Yeah. So obviously, when Laurence is down, he'll be helping out as well. We may have a certain co-production with Reed Productions and Project Sunshine, because and Melanie knows this. If she sees this video, I've pitched the idea to her. There may be a certain sequel to a film that hasn't come out yet,
which is set
in Spain, and that is all I can say. I cannot say any more about this film. I'd love to tell you, because it does add so much to the mythology of something, but I can't say a word. Anyway, I interject. So we're doing as best as we can. Sorry, I'm just dying here. Doing the best we can. You're in charge of Reed Productions now. Infiltration should be coming out soon. Unfortunately, I've had to cut a couple of roles, but what I plan to do is put those roles into final report now, because we've got a whole year now to do that short film, which is our swan song to the anthology universe.
Of course, yeah.
Once you get past Object Legacy and Final Report, it becomes becomes unfilmable. There are some certain short films that are part of the Origin saga, which is the next act of our
but the actual
universe.
production has become too big for us to be capable of filming it.
So that's where I have to go off and start pitching to certain places, try and get financing. And it's a whole malarkey. So what we want to do is try and close the book on as many things as possible while we can, while we're still in a fit state. Another thing that I'm going to announce now in this little NickeRMel update is we're still planning to do Doctor Who Curse of the Teenage Doctor, but you may have seen something scheduled called Doctor Who Shepherd's Chronicles, The Fate of the Teenage Doctor. I'll wait for the teaser trailer to come out before I say anything else about that. But that, like Before the Prime, Doctor Who Curse of the Teenage Doctor, Before the Prime acted as an epilogue to the original Doctor Who Teenage Doctor, Shepherd Chronicles will act as an epilogue to Curse of the Teenage Doctor. I think that's the best way I can say it. And let's just say Shepherd / the Teenage Doctor maybe wearing a little bit thin. That's all I'll say on those lines. Right, so we're up to date with.
I think we need to wind it up quite soon.
Yeah, I was just going to say. So Infiltration's coming soon. The Doctor Who 60th anniversaries reviews should be coming soon. Hopefully with Mother. Businessman is. I've said it. Release date for Christmas Eve. I'm hoping we're going to have a documentary about it afterwards, how we made a zero budget feature film essentially with the help of essentially friends and favours. That is all I can say really, because all I can do is thank everybody. I do this every time, but I just got to thank you all really, everybody that subscribed, all my friends that have come in
and given input. Just
saw Robin behind us. Robin's one of our biggest kind of like champions to keep going on, to be personally honest, at the moment. And it's great. And yeah, that's December for you really.
Yeah, that's about sums it up really.
So if you look on our YouTube, you'll see the scheduled list of things. I think we've got like 10 videos planned.
Yep.
Obviously this video is one of the 10 videos planned to be scheduled to be released, and then that's about it. So is there any closing words you'd like to say for this December update?
Only to look out for all the things that we were going to film years ago that never actually came to fruition, like Sisters.
Oh, well, we'll see about that. Best Friends.
These
are Reed Productions, by the way.
That are all written, more or less scripts written, but never ever filmed.
Lost the lighting a bit.
So, yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
So, on that note, we'll leave it up in the air, and we'll get back to you in January.
Yes, we will. And yes, we are cheating and using cameras as lighting.
Or phones even.
Oh yeah, sorry. I've become really illiterate recently, I don't know why.
No, never mind. Comes to us all in the end.
I'm only mid-30s, leave me alone. Okay, right, we're going to say goodbye now, and if we don't see you before, we're going to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. So, toodaloo for now.
Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.
See you all soon.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye. And have a light.